deal with all the overwhelming emotions.
Was there any point during the tournament where you felt that, hey, I think I can go all the way here and win this thing?
There's always something in the back of my mind, just that bit of belief. I could beat anyone in the tournament, but I was just taking it round by round, and I wasn't trying to think too far ahead, and I think that's what helped me focus in each match and did what needed to be done.
Paul, when you won that final point, you kind of collapsed on the court there. What was going through your mind? What were your emotions? What were your thoughts at that moment?
Just it being such a long week, it was just so much relief, and after the one match point he saved, and I didn't attack it the way I wanted to, and it really didn't work out at all, and things started flooding in my mind from when I first played him and I had one match point and lost, and I just from being able to bottle up all the emotions and stuff, and then being able to just release it at the end was just perfect.
What was your moment with Josh like when you were hugging there? What did he say to you?
Yeah, it was just surreal. I said we did it, and I just, all of the emotions just kind of came out of me, and I thanked him for taking the chance and recruiting me, and allowing me to come here, and I was just so happy in that moment.
You talk about that chance. What do you recall about your first meeting with him and that recruitment process to take that chance to come to Columbia, South Carolina to pursue a tennis dream?
Yeah, so he just came to my hometown club in Hull, and that was when I told him, if you give me the same opportunity what all these other players are getting who are my level, and I told him I'll be the best, and I'll rise to the top, and somehow it happened, but I worked so hard to get to that point, but it was just the first time we spoke was hit it off the head straight away.
Talk about that belief in yourself. When did it fully sink in that not only did you have the confidence that you could do it, but realistically you could deliver with your skill set as well?
It was the last 3 times I played Nuno, I won the first set, and after I won that first set, that was when I really was like, I can do this, I'll push, and it was from that moment on, I just didn't want to allow myself to go to 3 sets with him, and I believed I could really take him out in 2.
What did you change against him this time?
It was kind of the same thing going into the match, just being able to sustain it for longer. We the main thing was just being really aggressive with my feet, and taking time away and going driving back into the ball, and the past 2 times I did that perfectly in the first set, but then died down in the second and didn't capitalize, and then he took control in the third, and it was just a matter of fact of just sustaining that and just not allowing him into the match, and
you
I did that.
You hit a lot of forehand winners into that left-hand corner. Is that something you knew you could do, or how'd you set that up?
Yeah, I mean that's been one of my main shots the whole season. My forehand has been my biggest weapon, and I have full confidence in that shot, so I'm always going to go for it, and yeah.
I know it's been surreal, but what have these last 24 hours just been like, all the messages and support that you've been able to receive because of this accomplishment?
Yeah, the support has been unreal. I've just been thanking everyone. There's been so many people who have just been sending me messages, and I just didn't expect to get this much support, and thank you, just sending thank yous, and it's just been great.
Are you mentally preparing to be a little bit different on the court now, in terms of people are going to hunt after you, knowing you won a national title before? You were the guy trying to sneak up on everyone else. People are going to know who you are now.
Yeah. This season I still had a bit of that. I was ranked high throughout the whole season. It was only against Nuno where I didn't have the target on my back, but with the national championship on my back, it's more so now. But it's just I've already spoke to Josh about it and stuff, and it's just attacking it with the same mentality and just being relentless, and not being satisfied with any of this, and just striving for more.
What's the coolest moment that you've had since winning it? Coolest person to reach out to you? Coolest moment you've had?
My Twitter is blowing up more than ever. I've never been that active on Twitter, and Judy Murray and Dawn Staley and Frank Martin, they've all tweeted me and things like that, and you know, just getting support from them has been really cool.
Just 5 years ago, if someone had come to you and told you you'd be in Columbia, South Carolina in a national championship champion, what would you have said to them?
They're crazy.
On Friday, you had that 3-set match where you dropped the first set, you came back and beat that guy. What changed in that match? What did you do after you lost that first set?
The start was, you know, didn't go how I wanted to go at all. I wasn't as sharp as I wanted to be, but from, let's say, halfway through that first set, I started playing the right way. I ran out a set, and you know, coach just kept telling me, you know, even if I run out of this first set, you know, you're playing the right way and you're going to gain momentum. So I just tried to keep doing that, and you know, I was able to get my moment in the second set and take over. So there was always that belief if I just kept playing the right way. But it was just to start what, you know, I started with a disadvantage.
And going into Saturday, you were playing a guy that you lost to twice and who had won 31 matches in a row. What was your mindset in that match?
Just come out swinging, and you know, I cannot play hesitant whatsoever, and just fully believe in my shots. You know, I said in the interview after the match, you know, just overcoming that fear of, you know, having lost to him twice already, and you know, trying to regain that belief that I could beat him was the toughest thing to overcome. But once I got into the match and, you know, realized again it was possible, then you know, things started to move my way.
Did you have a chance to talk to him after the match? What did he say to you?
You know, he just said, you know, congratulations, well done, and I said this, you know, same thing to him about his season, because you know, he's deserved everything. He's earned the season. He's been flawless. You know, he's just been a great inspiration to loads of other people, and you know, it's just one match. You know, he beat me twice, and I was the only person to beat him this semester, and he was the only person to beat me this semester. So, you know, it was just, I think there was a high level shared respect there, and you know, it was a nice little moment. But yeah.
So what's next for you now as you embark on your summer tour?
Just gonna go back home and hope to play the grass court season, and then, you know, travel around Europe, trying to just get more experience in the Pro Tour, and you know, just keep developing my game. And yeah.
What's this journey meant, just being a Gamecock and coming here all the way from England and accomplishing this mission you set for yourself when you were recruited?
Yeah, it's been so good. I mean, the culture here is just unbelievable. You know, I didn't take a visit here, and as soon as I got here, everyone just welcomed me with open arms, and I think that's been such a great thing. What has allowed me to, you know, be who I am and, you know, express myself on the court, and just, there's not one bad thing I can say about this place, and you know, everyone's just perfect. So yeah.
Not everybody can say that they're the first, but you can say you're the first. I mean, what kind of goes through your mind when you know that, you know, you made history for this program?
Yeah, it's just, you know, a great thing to have when you know you're, you know, made history and you're in the history books, and you know, it's going to be a thing to cherish for the rest of my life, and you know, yeah.
What are you doing with the trophy?
Go ahead.
What are you doing with the trophy?
I'm going to take it home. I think there's going to be replicas what are going to stay here, because I was going to leave it here, but then I realized, you know, they could get replicas to what they can keep here. So, but yeah, I'm going to take the one what I have right now.
Paul, there was a moment in that second set where he won 3 straight games, broke you once, and their crowd started getting behind him a little bit. What were your emotions like in that moment, and how did you kind of curb his momentum?
Yeah, you know, me and my coach spoke about it. You know, he's going to have some moments where he's going to start barking, and you know, people are going to get behind him, because the Mississippi fans have been so loud the whole week, probably the loudest the whole week, backing their players. And you know, one thing what Josh was, you know, kept reminding me of is once he gets to that, you know, part where he starts to make a move, then it's just, you know, my job to just hit him straight back and not, you know, not give in to the moment there, and you know, come back fighting and punch back really. And I did that every time he made a push, so that was perfect.
It seemed like every
Speaking
time.
of Josh, he was up, walking around, kind of beside you the entire time. Their coach was kind of sitting on his bench, just kind of watching. What does that mean to you, for him to be that interactive? Is that something that helps you in the match?
Yeah, you know, he just drops little things now and again, and you know, he was just great that he was there beside me the whole way. But he wasn't necessarily like, you know, constantly putting things in my mind. You know, I'm a person who I like to do things by myself, and he understands that. But you know, now and again he would drop, you know, little hints of knowledge, and you know, it worked out perfectly.
How do you think the coaches have made you a better player since you've been here?
Josh and Kyle, their like tennis IQ is unbelievable. They know so much about the game, and yeah, they're just so knowledgeable. My tennis IQ has raised so much more since I got here. I just understand so much more about the game, and you know, how to, you know, maneuver matches and things like that. And I think that's probably been one of the biggest developments I've made.
You were the old guy on a young team this year. How were you able to handle that? I mean, was there any extra pressure having to take on a leadership role?
You know, I did take on the responsibility of, you know, looking after some of the freshmen and just making sure, you know, they're fully bought into the culture. And you know, hats off to them. They did it perfectly, and you know, it was all them. It wasn't, you know, me. They was eager to, you know, improve and show what they're all made of. But yeah, I mean, I was the same age and actually younger than one of the freshmen anyway. So, but yeah.
What
One
did
of
you
his
and
national
Josh do in between matches down there? Did you practice? Did you watch video? Did you watch the other matches? How did you prepare?
In between matches, it wasn't until the Nuno match where we just looked specifically on my past match with Nuno, and we were just looking at things what I did well when I was winning in the match, and you know, just to keep that in mind, to, you know, that's what I've got to do. But other than that, I was just taking it day by day, and I was, you know, watching. I like to watch videos like Novak because I really base my game around him, and you know, so that just helps me get into the mode. But yeah, we didn't really do too much scouting. It was just little things here and there to look out for in the opponent, and then, you know, try and pounce on that.
So Nuno was the only one you really watched video on, your opponent.
And it wasn't exactly, you know, looking for his weaknesses. It was just looking at my strengths, what worked against him, and then yeah, just being able to sustain that throughout the match.